Welcome back to episode 2 of our Stardew Valley Completionist series. This is new for 2021. It also has the 1.5 update, which is probably one of the best updates that this game has ever had. It's day 4, and let's see here. Got a letter. Dear Squid, I'd like to apologize for joking about your grandpa's old cottage when we first met. You better. Anyway, it's just Robin telling me that I can give her money to do things, so just, nothing like moving into a new town and all the neighbors are like, hey, this guy might have money, let's just spam him with things to buy. I'm gonna water these crops real quick, and that should give us enough time to get over to Pierre's and pick up the rest of the seeds that we as we move into doing the completionist, obviously we have to complete not only the museum, but we also have to complete the the community center that nobody ever uses once you rebuild. And part of that is 5 gold quality crops from every season. Obviously spring is going to be parsnips, that's what you start out with first, but you also need to have one of every crop as well shipped. So let's head over to Pierre's. We'll pick up some forageables along the way. And we'll just get those planted because I'm going to forget about them, and then we're going to have to wait an entire year before we do it again. While we're in town, I'm still missing 4 people. I can't think of who that is. Probably George? Might be George? Not entirely sure. Greetings, Demetrius here. Could someone please bring me seaweed? I'm studying them as part of my biological research. 60 gold on delivery and Demetrius will be thanked. We do have some seaweed in our chest, so we will definitely grab that. Doing these quests in the early game is always a good idea because it's an easy way to become friends with people or to get hearts. So let's go meet George. It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Now buzz off. I'm watching. I'm always curious what he's watching. Is it the news? Probably the news. This is Alex. This is their grandson. And there's Penny, a future wife. Let's see. So let's go to Pierre's. Pierre's opens at 9. Let's see if there's anybody in the clinic. This clinic's only open from 9 to 3, and half the time you go in there, the doctor's not even there. So this small town is probably so small because it died of a plague, and because their doctors doesn't care, and their healthcare system is... So anyway, it's 9 o'clock. Let's go to the store and buy the rest of the seeds that we... What you got for me, bud? So let's get a bean starter. We'll get a couple potato seeds. Tulip, kale, jazz. Since this is a completionist farm, obviously we need to grow most of this stuff anyway, so I might as well just grab it. So let's head back to our farm, get these planted, and we'll do some foraging. I don't think the quest for the community center is tomorrow. Pretty sure when it populates. A horrible word. I'm pretty sure that's when we get the community center tomorrow. So for now, we can just go back to our farm and stuff. Back at the farm, we got some seeds to lay down. Let's get hoeing. So we've got a bean starter. The bean things, you never want to block them in because you won't be able to walk around them or through them. Kale, blue jazz, perfect. And I'm just gonna go do a foraging loop, see if there's anything we can pick up, anything we can sell. I do need to put a watering can away so we can save on back. So I'm gonna head down to the Cindersap Forest and do the foraging loop. Oh, we got our first artifact. That's decent. Go and donate that to the museum. There's Jazz. I don't think we've met Jazz yet. ... Hi. Don't talk to strangers. Is that it? Is that all the people? No, we still have one more person we need to... And that should be the wizard, and we won't meet the wizard until we get the community center. Nice amount of spring onions down here. Let me go check down. Ooh, there's another crop too. I like free food, even if I have to pick it up off the ground. Actually, while we're here, we'll do a little bit of fishing. I like to fish right from this spot into the dark area of the lake. So we'll do some fishing here for a couple of hours and see what we can get. Still not using any bait quite yet. I am trying to stack and save my money. But we do need to make sure that we catch all of the fish that are here in the summertime as soon as possible. So we'll fish here for a little bit, and then we'll go up to the mountain area. So it is 2:30. We just wrapped up some fishing. I got a couple treasure chests that we got a topaz and we got some coal, so that's going to be super beneficial. Hey, Leah, like onions? This is a really nice gift. Thank you. I knew you would like some onions. So we got to go up and complete this quest for Demetrius. Pretty sure the last person I need to meet is the wizard. We're not going to get the wizard quite yet. So let's go drop all this stuff in the bin. We'll go bring that seaweed to Demetrius. Let's see what else we can get up to. I am going to hang on to one sunfish because there will be somebody, I don't remember who, but one of the quests that somebody asked for is a sunfish, I believe. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to leave that one. We did sell the rest of that stuff. Let's go up to the mountains. Ooh, seaweed. Whole point. I forgot it. Oh, maybe I don't have any seaweed. Bummer. Well, I'm not going to go catch one, so we're just going to go miss out on that quest, probably. See if there's any artifacts that we can pick up out of the ground or any other forageables. Can't give Linus any more gifts because it's Thursday and it's not a new week yet. But we do know that Leah also likes the spring onions, so that'll actually save me quite a bit. Normally you would just buy salad and give her salad because it's easy. Let's see. And it's always good if you run across people. Try to talk to them every day. There is a new addition for those of you just coming back to the game. There is something new. So you have all of these people. Penny, Linus, Leah, blah, blah. Every time you talk to them, it checks a box. So Demetrius, I've already checked. It's good to have conversations. It does help the relationship. So just try to talk to people when you see them every day, especially kind of in the early game. We found a lost book and the rock. Linus, eat all the forageables already? Did you want something from me? Yeah. Want all your stuff. Linus, your fire's still out. I wonder who did that. Back on the farm. We're just going to spend the rest of the day getting our foraging skill up. So that means that we are going to chop wood, breaking stones, doing what we know best. It's also good because I want to get this area cleared out. We'll eventually be it for buildings, and we might as well just have it cleared out now because less work for us later. So I'm going to chop some wood. You can never have too much wood in this game. It's always good to have a couple of stacks at any time just because you need to build stuff. We also need to collect, I believe it's 300 wood to repair the bridge at the beach. And we are getting close to it. I'd like to get there as soon as possible because that's really good foraging. You can get over to the other side of the beach where the tide pools are. Lots of sea urchins and things like that you're going to need. So we'll focus on collecting wood for the rest of the day and try not to lose any in the lake. Something else I wanted to point out here is these little things in the ground. They're going to give you pine cones, they're going to give you maple seeds, and they're going to give you acorns, and you need those to make field snacks. Making field snacks is a really, really easy way to keep your energy level up because it doesn't cost that much and you're going to come across this stuff every day. So whenever you see those little things in the ground, if you have enough energy to spare, just hit them with an axe or a pickaxe or your hoe. Slap them with your hoe and you'll be able to craft field snacks with them and help keep your energy up. I think we're going to chop down this last tree here. I'm going to go all the way with it. And just kind of hit some of these little guys on the way back up. So starting to feel exhausted. It is already 10. Not too worried about it. I think we should have 301 wood. So we do have enough to go repair the bridge, and we will do that. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. So let's go to sleep and see if we leveled up. All right, fishing level 2. We can craft bait. Still didn't level up our foraging, so that's interesting. We did make 142 gold off of our fishing adventures. It is spring, day 5. And we get our cat. So Marnie's just going to give us our cat. It's important that you do have an animal for the Completionist Farm because you need to make sure that you pet it every single day. So that way at the end of year 2, something happens and you get basically you get a good grade on your farm and you get some cool stuff for it. So I won't spoil it for those of you that haven't seen it quite yet. But for those of you that have played this game before, you know. So we're gonna name this cat after my cat Livy, because I can hear her yelling in the other room. All right, so we are back on to day 5. You always want to make sure that you walk up and you pet your cat every day, because it is necessary for part of the completionist. Jojo Mart. So for those of you that don't know, there is a competing corporation in the town by the name of Jojo Mart. And Jojo Mart is like the big box store that moves into a small town and puts everybody else out of business. They're so awful and so evil that they've actually fixed a landslide and they did a bunch of repairs around town for us. So now we can actually go to the mines. One of the biggest goals of this game is to make sure that you do everything you can to put Jojo Mart out of business, even though they're doing a lot. So we do have some advancements. Reach farm level 1, so we did that. Well, we're almost there. Raising animals. The next thing we need to do is build a coop. We get 100 gold for harvesting our parsnip, and we do need to we're not. But yeah, those are our tasks that we have set out for us today. So we did get 1 gold parsnip. We just need 4 more. I'm gonna stash most of this stuff. I do that for Linus. Pam likes parsnips, so we'll start giving her some of those. But we do need to go get some more seeds. I think we'll wait till after we're done with the strawberries to get more parsnip seeds, because that is where our money. And we're not going to really be able to do all of this in 1 year, so if I do miss it, it's not a huge deal, but I really would like to make sure that we're completing the community center, or at least most of the community center. It is possible to do. It's very difficult to do, and it's not really the purpose of this video, but you can get close. Are rice ready? Rice is not quite ready. It is the first day in the mines. Let's go to the mines. Oh, we need to repair the bridge beach too. We have a lot of stuff to do today. Let's go into town. First things first, though. Let's look for some forageables and just make sure we're not missing anything off the farm. I don't think the forageables around the farm are really going to start spawning quite yet. It's not quite the time of year, but we'll just do a double check. Oh, there is a leak. That's good. Yeah, so nothing too crazy. Let's drop this stuff off in the bin and we will make our way into town. I believe since it's the 5th, we should now that Jojo Mart has cleared out the mining blockade, we should get the cutscene for the community center. So let's go check up on that. So let's dump all this stuff. We're going to leave those 2 and we're going to keep the wood. We are going to go to the beach and repair the bridge. So it's just after 9 o'clock. We're going to head into town. Yep. So here's the cutscene for the community center, and I'm not going to go through all of it. This is basically just Mayor Lewis talking about how he's very incompetent and for some reason could never use any of the town's money to fix up the community center. So now it becomes a whole lot of my problem. It's an old dilapidated building and he blames a lot of his problems on Jojamart and it's a whole thing. So we're going to skip through that. But it's really important now that we have the community center unlocked that we go inside. So let's head up into this area, look for any forageables that we might have. Nothing good. All right, let's go into the community center. So this is the rundown, broken, dilapidated thing that we are, for some reason, going to be fixing all on our own with the help of some new little alien friends called Junimos. As we head into the craft room area, there's this little blob guy that's going to run away with a little glowing plate on the ground. Need to read it. You can't read that? Didn't you go to school? I can read that just fine. So anyway, now that we've read that, tomorrow we'll get a letter from the wizard and he'll ask us to come meet him and we'll further on our quest for the community center. But that's a really important step that needs to happen, so make sure that you don't miss that. Just enter into town from any direction after 9 o'clock on the 5th, or whatever day the Jojamart removes the landslide that they caused. But first things first, we need to go to the beach and repair this beach. See if there's anything on the ground. Boop. All right, so the bridge is fixed. There's all kinds of cool stuff on the ground we can pick up. Make sure you hoe up all the worm spots because we need to complete the library and we can get all sorts of artifacts from it. I do have that weird artifact cogwheel thing that I need to turn into the museum. I'll try to remember that next time we come down this way. I'm not really going to be spending a lot of time down on the beach. However, I am going to go sell this stuff to what's his face while I'm here, Willie. I'm going to sell some of this stuff to Willie while I'm here just to clear out some space in my backpack because it's time to go to the mines and I'm just going to toss it. I'm going to toss that wood and I'm not going to feel bad about it. Also, now that the community center is unlocked, we do need to make sure that we are bringing all of our forageable items and all of our crops and stuff that we grow into there and completing those quests. Just because we don't need to hold on to it, and the sooner we can complete some of those items, the better. We gave Pam a gift. We'll go up and we'll give Hobo Dan his favorite treat, green onions. And then we're going to need to go into the mines. So that way we can really start with what is probably... So now we need to go into the mines. Let's go see if Linus is here. There he is. How convenient. Staring at the water. Not a care in the world. I've already given it. It's a sweet. That's okay. Into the mines. Patches is here. Patches is here and he's going to give us our very first sword so that way we don't get completely ruined while we're in there. So Patches is the leader of the Adventurers Guild, which gives you rewards and some quests and things like that. He's just musing about how he can't really see very well in the dark and his eye patch is itchy and here's a weapon, kid. Have a nice day. If you ever run into a stranger with an eye patch handing out weapons, take it. Just do it. Forget what your mama told you. Just do it. All right, first level of the mines. I didn't check to see what our luck is today, so your luck for the day when you watch the fortune teller on TV kind of determines how well you're going to do in the mines. Your luck is based off of your luck affects the percentage chance of a ladder showing up when you hit one of the rocks. So it's always a good idea to check your luck before you go to the mines. You never really want to go to the mines on a bad luck day I didn't really check today, nor do I really care. I'm just here to break rocks. So I do want to try to get as far down as possible every time I'm in. So there's 120 levels to the mine, and they do take a long time. Early game, it's always good to hit those things. It's always good to hit the barrels and stuff. Oop, oop, oop. I'm under attack. I'm under attack. Hold on, let me kill this guy. Come on. There we go. Ooh, a cherry bomb. It's always good to break open the barrels because they can have things that are useful for you in them. I need to. So the goal here is just to get copper and to get as low as we absolutely can. We happen to have a cherry bomb from that thing that we murdered, so let's use that. Cherry bombs and bombs are always a good thing to have when you're trying to get through the mines. And we got a geode. You can process geodes at the blacksmith. That's where you can get a lot of your artifacts that you're going to need to complete the museum. Normally I would skip the slimes, but since we're here, and 1, we need to level up our combat skill, and 2, it's always good to have slime. We're going to kill it. There is a little crab here. If I hit it with my pickaxe, it'll come to life and attack. Crabs are good because they give you bug meat. They also can give you crabs. They can give you the crustacean, not the... Anyway, we're going to go down to the next level and just see how far we can get. It is already 4 o'clock and I don't have a way to fast travel back to the farm. So, ooh. Let's be a good luck day. Journal updated, deeper in the mine. So we need to reach level 40 to complete this, and then they'll invite us in advance. We just deal with the slime real quick. So I'm just going to do this for a little while and see how far down I can get. So far we're doing good. We finally got down to level 8. I'm trying to at least get to level 10 before the day is over here. I'm starting to run out of energy, so I don't know how possible that's going to be. We're going to have to get really lucky with some shafts. I did find one of the dwarven scrolls. I found dwarf scroll 1. Oh, I'm getting so close. Okay. There's a ladder. There's a ladder, but I need to eat this spring onion, unfortunately, to try to get my health up a little bit. I got one more floor to go. Ooh, bunch of bins. It's also important to note that using your sword does not affect... Okay, hold on. It doesn't actually use any energy to use your sword, just like the scythe. So we got a small magnet ring, and the way that you use things that you pick up, like equipment that you pick up, you go into your menu and you just drag it, or you just click on it, and then you just put it wherever you want to. I also found some quartz and some hardwood. I'm probably going to toss this so I can pick up that earth crystal, just because we do have hardwood on our farm. By the time I need hardwood, I'm not going to have a problem. So we got a ladder, level 10, and a treasure chest in one day. Leather boots, perfect. I don't really have enough energy to do or make any progress. If you're going through the mines, you at least want to try to hit multiples of 5 or 10, because you can take the elevator back down. So let's leave the mines and start heading back towards home. Inventory's full, I'm out of energy. It's been a very productive day. So now we're finally moving on to the main part of the story. We got the community center unlocked. So with the community center means we can start completing bundles and getting stuff and fixing up the town. We also have the mines unlocked, which is an extremely important part of this game. And we need to make sure we get down as low as we possibly can into the mines. So let's dump all this stuff that we can. I'm actually going to sell the minerals for now, because we're going to get so many of them it doesn't even matter. Take the mixed seeds out. Sunfish we're saving, and I need to take these to the museum tomorrow. Let's sell all this stuff. We don't get any money for the mixed seeds, and that's okay. I don't even care about planting them, to be honest with you. Let's see, maybe we can hit a couple more rocks. We got enough energy for maybe a few more. Yeah, one more. Okay. So we made it. So we are officially at the beginning of the game. We are officially starting on all the important stuff. I'm going to go to sleep and pet the cat. Get out of my bed. Okay. Sometimes your cat won't let you in the bed. So we're going to wrap up for the day here, and we're going to wrap up this video. We did hit farming level 1, which is perfect. We can now make scarecrows, and we can also make fertilizer, and we got mining metal, mining level 1. So 9 more to go. We're going to be good, and let's see how much money we made. Not bad. 100 goals. Perfect. So thanks for watching. That's going to wrap up this episode. See you in the next one. Bye.